just for some quick context, we did a story about an NPO that had been hijacked called Denzi Primary Care. Received 27.5 million rand to build a drug rehab in Pretoria. It's never been completed. After I wrote my story, Ndobela Lamola were commissioned by the National Lotteries Commission Board to investigate a single story. They did a single report. It was rejected by Rob Davies, who was then the minister. He sent it back with questions. There was then a second report, which Abraham Patel rejected and said and asked them to go ahead and requested that they recover the money and they lay criminal charges. This was followed. They didn't do that. This was followed by a third report, by which time Patel had clearly lost patience, and he instituted his own investigation. He brought in independent investigators, and they have handed a docket to the Hawks, who are currently investigating. The SIU are also investigating the whole thing. So, the reports. So, these reports have never been released. They would have been paid a fortune of money. Ndobela Lamola earned 19 million rand doing work for the lottery between 2016 and 2020. There was a quarter of all money that was paid to lawyers who did work for the lottery. 76 million rand was the total that they paid out to lawyers. I then got hold of a copy of these reports. And I've been covering the story for a long time, and I've seen quite a few of these forged documents in court cases all over the place. And when I read the report, I was absolutely just shocked to see there they were. Clearly fraudulent. Now, Ndobela Lamola did cover themselves by saying, we take for granted that all the documents are authentic, all the people who speak to us or who have given us the documents, who we report on, entitled to speak to us. And on that basis, they eventually went and cleared Philemon Letwaba, who's the COO of the National Lotteries Commission. They cleared him of conflict of interest. Yeah. His brother, a firm run by his brother, was a sole contractor, received the contract to build this rehab. And
Raymond, just allow me to come in there. Apologies for coming in. I know that we're tight for time. We have to let you go. These are serious allegations against this law firm, because what it essentially means is, they are basically being accused of helping people hide corruption. Do you have the evidence of the forged documents that the firm looked at? And was the firm and the National Lottery aware that there are forged documents at play here?
So I don't know if Ndobela Lamola covered up or it was just sharing competency. But the quality of the report for an audit report was appalling. It was so badly done. It was so superficial. Look, I can't say that they were aware of it. I cannot say that. Now, I just need to clear up Ronald Lamola's role in it. There were 3 reports. During the course of the first 2 reports, Ronald Lamola was a director of Ndobela Lamola. His name is still part of that law firm's name. By the third report, he'd have been appointed a cabinet minister. Now, he only resigned, according to CIPC, as a director of that report. In September. I think it was late in September. That's several months after he had become a cabinet minister. But I cannot say for sure that this was a criminal cover-up or cover-up. Yeah. It might well just be total incompetency. But really, if I'd urge people to read the story. It's on GroundUP and it's on Daily Maverick. I would really urge them to read it, because some of the evidence I produce is from documents in their own reports.
Yeah. What have they said,
They
Raymond?
had access to documents.
Yeah, I imagine you reached out to the law firm itself. You've reached out to the National Lottery. What are they telling you? What's their response?
So National Lotteries Commission, interestingly, attorney responded on my behalf, and they said that because the SIU, Cyril Ramaphosa, commissioned the SIU, issued a proclamation for the SIU to investigate corruption at the lottery. They couldn't comment. Minister Lamola, through his spokesman, said that the law firm would comment, and the law firm said client confidentiality. But all the allegations that are in that story, they were extensive questions, and there's nothing in the story that they didn't know about before it came out.
All right.
You need to be careful of that. Is if you're going to ask questions, you can't hide stuff away. If you're going to give people a fair right to reply, they need to know what you're going to be publishing.
Yeah. Thank you for making time. Investigative journalist at GroundUP, Raymond Joseph.